guys, it's Cindy Leach, your Polymer Clay tutor, and today's PCT product demo, we're talking about Cynthia Tinapple's extruder discs. Now, Cynthia Tinapple is quite a well-known polymer clay artist and blogger and author. She has a blog called polymerclaydaily.com, and she has come up with her own designs for using in an extruder. Now, I've got her set here, and it's quite cool. I'll show you all the different things we can do with it. It is a steel set of dies. These dies pop out of this disc here, and I've used some of them already, and I'll just pop out another one. You just kind of twist it back and forth, and you pop it out of the disc, and then use it in your extruder. Now, these ones will fit into most of the extruders that are out there right now. It'll work in the Makins and in the Walnut Hollow extruders that I just showed you the other day. And they've got some unique designs to them. They probably show on here the best. The first one that I'm going to show you is the polka dot one. It comes in two parts like this. You've got the base of the polka dot and then the dot itself. And here's what it looks like here when it's been extruded out and pieced together. I use this polka dot extrusions for my new cane called the Happy Camper cane. And you can see the polka dots were used in this top part of this cane. And there's several other designs as well. And you may have seen in one of my Rainbow Teardrop Blend videos, I had these rainbow flower beads, and I've got a big pile of them here on the table, and I'm going to show you actually how to make those in a second. But I actually used her flower disc here, and it's really quite cool. You can I've made a bunch of different little projects here with using those extrusions of the little flowers. I used them on this Happy Camper bracelet. I've used them kind of sliced and stacked like this. They look a little bit like a flower lei, I think, when they're used like this on these pair earrings. And then I used a little rainbow one here on this necklace. And there are several other designs. There's one called Moroccan tile, and I've done it here in some sort of coppery type colors. And what's neat about this particular disc is that all the pieces sort of stick together quite well. They kind of lock together, and all the little notches from the one spot notch together, and you can get quite a detailed cane just by extruding it out of the extruder. Also, she's got a 5-petal blossom cane here. I've got a long extrusion here and some other baked pieces here. I also did them in the rainbow. I haven't worked with the sunray one yet, or the little basic square. This basic square can be used for some of the like the little gingham canes and the pixelated canes, that kind of thing. And it's perfect because it's so tiny, you can get a lot of detail in without having to use much clay. Now, let me just show you. I did promise I would show you how to use these discs. I'm going to use the flower cane and a section of the Rainbow Teardrop Blend that we made in a previous video. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I've got the blend going up and down in this direction, and I'm just going to roll it up into a tight little log. And you want the log to be skinny enough to fit inside your extruder. So I'm just going to I've got my Makins extruder attached to my Walnut Hollow vise. You could use either extruder, doesn't matter. And I'm just going to pop it in. If I pop it in this way, the dark end will stretch over the outside edge. If I do the lighter end, that color will stretch over. So it'll have a different look either way. Doesn't matter too much. Let's just make sure it's all compact, no air pockets. And we'll pop that in the extruder. And then we will put in the little flower disc inside the cap of the extruder. and extrude away. Now, you can make these nice long snakes of the flowers. This is quite detailed with really neat little petals. As you see, it starts to come out. And I mean, it would be very difficult to make this any other way than with the extruder. Now, I found that slicing the cane was a little bit tricky if it was really, really thin on these petaled canes. And I'll explain that in a second. What happens is those little petals will fold over a little bit. So I'm just going to show you what I'll do here. Do the full length. And as you can see, it's shifting colors a bit. And it's so cool. We'll just cut into it. Now the first little part will always be solid color. That's the way it works when you extrude a Skinner blend. But as you start to cut through it, the colors start to shift a little, and they shift more and more as you go through. See that? And you get these really neat, different colored rainbow petals, little flowers. Now, like I said, if you were to cut this, it's a little hard to cut them super thin, I find, when they are raw. They squish up a little bit. But what I like to do is take this extruded section and do it in, you know, fairly small sections like this, and then take a needle tool and pierce a hole down the center. And you start from one end and then do the same from the other end so that they match up. Then you have either a large flower bead, or what you can do is you can pop this into the oven on the bead rack, or it can stand on its end. You bake that and then you slice it after it has been baked. So let me just grab a section here. I've got some flower petals here that have been baked. And if you just take a razor blade or something sharp, you can actually cut them quite thin. It's easier to cut them when they are warm from the oven, but I'll cut a little bit thicker piece here. And even though it's cold, you can still cut it. And there you have a little flower bead already with a hole in the center, and it's all ready to go. Now, if you do them in the rainbow colors, let me just show you how cool they end up looking. Every slice is slightly different, and they're almost like little sequins. You can use them like I showed you on the bracelet. You could even sew them onto little projects if you want, but I just think they are the funkiest and the neatest way to use that flower disc. I think there's lots of different designs and cool things that you could do with this set, and I think you would really enjoy it. So if you like this video, let me know. And if you've got any suggestions or maybe some designs that you'd like to see shown in future disc sets like this, maybe you can give Cynthia some ideas there, or you can give me ideas on what you'd like to see demonstrated in a future video. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.